Hello and welcome back everyone. Today we're taking Amtrak's flagship Acela train in first class from Penn Station to, well, Penn Station. Of course, one of those is in Baltimore and the other's in New York. We'll check out everything Amtrak has to offer, as well as discuss pros and cons of the train compared to their faster counterparts in the sky. It's been years since I've taken the train, so I'm excited to get started. Let's go. The first clear difference is that, unlike flying, you don't need to show up really more than 15 minutes before departure. That's our train at the bottom, the 7 o'clock departure to New York. So we have over an hour in this undoubtedly beautiful but understandably featureless train station. There is perhaps a time when this would have been bustling with newsstands and shoe shiners, but travelers don't really spend much time waiting for the train. There's just a convenience store and a Dunkin' Donuts in Baltimore's Penn Station. About 5 minutes before your train shows up, they announce your platform and everyone heads downstairs. This seems unnecessary as it immediately turns everything into a big rush for no reason, but I'm sure they have their reasons. Before long, our train arrives from DC, ready to take us up to the Big Apple. We have our bags with us, the size we'd check if we were flying, and they're just kept in a storage area at the back end of the car. The Acela's first-class car is configured in a 1-2 configuration, with the seats about the same size as an airline's domestic first-class seat. The big windows certainly make it feel more spacious. Once aboard, we're presented with this nice menu, which is also available on Amtrak's website. An attendant took our order shortly after we got going. First, the complimentary drinks. This is an enormous pour. That is straight whiskey. Glad I'm not driving. Dinner came shortly after. We got the root vegetable salad and a tandoori chicken entrees. Both were really quite good, about equal in quality to an airline's domestic first-class meal, which I tend to think are pretty solid. I even asked for a second one later on, and they had plenty to give me. After dinner, there was a hot towel service, which was a pleasant surprise. Then we settled in for the remaining 90 or so minutes of the I-95 corridor. This is undoubtedly a pleasant and relaxed way to travel, without the craziness of an airport. Before long, we dip into the tunnels just south of the Hudson River to prepare for our arrival into New York's Penn Station. Because train stations are usually downtown, the arrival is much more seamless compared to arriving at an airport 10 miles from the city. You sort of just get out, and you're smack dab in the middle of New York City. A very grand exit, especially this time of year. As someone who loves travel, but especially aviation, there are absolutely some advantages to the train. They're a bit more spacious, especially in the bathrooms, and they have cooler amenities like the cafe car. You typically arrive downtown, and the train stations are certainly quicker to navigate than our airports. For a distance like Baltimore to New York, the train is the perfect way to travel as it's probably the quickest from leaving your front door to arriving at your final destination. Of course, you're prone to track delays, but planes aren't immune to delays either. If your distance is around 300 to 400 miles, the train is probably perfect. Shorter and you'll probably drive, longer and you'll probably fly. Pricing for this 3-hour Amtrak first-class trip is in the $300 to $400 range, which is very competitive with flights of the same time frame. But my favorite part of the train is the up-close and personal views you get of rural America. And the Acela doesn't even hold a candle to the most scenic trains Amtrak has to offer out west. When deciding your mode of travel, you'll consider things like price and your total travel time, as well as how much you value comfort. And I think you'll find for medium-length hops, especially in the Northeast United States, the Amtrak is going to be a very pleasant surprise. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more great travel videos coming soon. Until next time.